What would become this baby's path was born in adversity, but a village got her through. 22 years later, she hasn't lost sight of the gifts that pulled her out of her tough time. Her give back is what makes her story positively Cincinnati.
Hi.
Talk about a lot of story building up to this moment. Asia Werner is almost a nurse. She spent some of her recent clinical training at Cincinnati Children's.
There's a lot of transplant patients here.
A place she knows well because she put in a lot of time here, still does. And it all goes back to her baby days.
She was such a tiny little thing.
Her girl was born 9 weeks early and with multiple heart defects. In her Journey to Nursing video, Asia wrote, "I needed a transplant to live. My family started making funeral arrangements, but I got it on my first birthday."
It's truly a miracle, if nothing else.
Mom remembers learning about the donor for her daughter from the doctor who delivered the good news, at first with just a look.
Finally, it just clicked. And I looked at him and I said, she's got a heart. And I looked at the nurses and I just saw the corners of one of their mouths turn up. And I turned back to him and he said, yes, she has a heart.
That's one big gift. The other? The TLC Asia's received in her years of follow-up in related care at Children's. She says nurses in particular got her through some really tough stuff.
Did they inspire you to watch?
Oh my gosh, yeah. There was one nurse that I was really, really, really sick, and I was depressed because I was stuck in bed for 2 weeks and I didn't have any energy for anything. Like, she got me excited to wake up in the morning again.
That's the nurse in the picture with Asia.
She's like a big inspiration to me, and like I think about her all the time throughout my classes. Like, I hope I can be half as good as she was.
How do you think she is uniquely equipped to help people going through a tough time?
She is the most empathetic person that I have ever met.
Empathy born in experiencing the medical challenges that began in her young years and learning from the lifelong compassionate response to those challenges. But when I asked Asia why her life story is positively Cincinnati, the 22-year-old told me she hopes she shows when you get a second chance at life, you should use that life to pay it forward.
I've got a picture here. I owe it to the baby that saved my life, that I can carry on his legacy as best as I can.
Wow. She tells me over the years she's shared baby Cole's part in her story whenever she can. It floored me when she held up his picture. She truly does not want to waste her time on this earth because of the gift of life his parents shared in their own grief. Baby Cole's beating heart will make it possible for Asia to be there for patients, just like the nurses in her history have been there for her.